Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting into some new makeup, so let's chit chat and get ready with me.
All about natural beauty, yeah, slim Reshae.
Hey y'all, we are back with a get ready with me. Okay, we about to chat it up, some live updates, whole nine, so let's get into it. Okay, headband, she's cute. Shout out to Danessa. So we're just gonna get into skincare first, and I want to share with you guys some products that I recently got in PR, and we're gonna try them out. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with moisturizer. So I heard about Lawless from my girl Jalen. She applied like this beautiful blush, as well as my girl Alyssa. She had some plumping lip gloss from them and it was stunning. So I was like, I need to find out what Lawless is about, and baby, they sent me some stuff. So this is the Forget the Fillers Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Perfecting Cream. So I'm gonna use this as moisturizer on my face. I'm probably putting too much, but you know, you gotta keep the skin moisturized. Skincare, I feel like, is the most essential step of flawless makeup. This is definitely way more than I needed, but we're here. We're here now. We're gonna blend it in. A little goes a long way, clearly. Do not put as much as I just did, but it is melting into the skin very nicely. Face definitely feels moisturized, and I feel like it's doing what it says it's doing, you know. Forget the filler. It's kind of like blurring a little bit, line smoothing. I don't know. My skin feels supple. I don't know if that's the word, but it feels good. So now I'm gonna do a little serum action, and I got this L'Oreal Paris. This is the hyaluronic and caffeine, and this is supposed to be for your under eyes. And your girl need to get more sleep, and since she ain't got more sleep, she need to revitalize these bags under her eye. Oh, that's cute. Ooh. Now I know, I'm assuming that's what you do. I think the balls is supposed to like be cooling under the eye, even though, you know, I hope I'm not contaminating the applicator by putting it back in the bottle. But anyway, very cooling. We'll see if it revitalizes the under eye, if that caffeine kicks in and my bags look a little less baggy. Okay, look like a little carry-on versus check baggage. Now, y'all, your girl finally got on LPR list. So shout out to Elf Cosmetics, because your girl loves them down. I've been using them probably since the beginning of my YouTube journey, makeup journey, because they're such a affordable makeup brand and they have so much stuff. So this is actually from Elf Skin. This is the Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. Now these, when I seen them in the packaging, I was like, okay, this kind of remind me of the Glow Recipe Dewdrops. So we gonna see if it's giving Glow Recipe Dewdrops. It's pink, so maybe it is. So let's see what it's giving. It's definitely hydrating, and I feel like my skin has a healthy glow. It's not giving glass skin or anything like that, but it's like a healthy glow. So if you just want that kind of natural look, this is a product that I would like throw on if I'm not wearing no makeup and I just want my skin to look like very healthy and very youthful. This is something that I would put on top of my moisturizer. Okay, so I went to try and find some sunscreen, but I can't find it. But while I was doing it, I felt the serum drying down under my eye, and I definitely feel like it's tightening the under eye. What do we think? Okay, now my lips always be dry, so I need to put on a lip mask so that I could get percolating while I'm doing my makeup. I don't know if y'all remember the iconic Jelly Pop collection. Well, it was so iconic they brought it back. Yes. And so this time they have a Jelly Pop Luscious Lip Mask. Boom. And we're gonna put that on. And I'm that girl who's gonna put her lip mask all the way around my lips. I mean, over the edges. Look like I done ate some fried chicken, okay? Boom. So we gonna let that do some work while we get into the face. So I have two primers that I want to share with you guys. This is the Easy Blur primer from Huda Beauty, and this is in Bronze Fudge. I got this in the cutest PR package, y'all. They sent minis. I don't know if y'all can see that. They're literally like mini puff balls, mini setting spray, mini products. Like, I love a mini, I'm not gonna lie. So this was so cute when I unboxed it. Like, look at the setting spray. Excuse me? Like, this is also like perfect travel size, or perfect for like your purse bag, or you know, your in the car bag when you might just need a little 1-2-1-2 on the go. This is like the perfect size products. And then how cute is it, they even sent the mini hair clips like these. So cute. Okay, so let's get back on task. So we got the Easy Blur primer in Bronze Fudge, and this is like a blurring primer, but it has like that bronze look in it to give you that bronzy glow. Okay, that's what it's giving. Now I also picked up this is a Power Grip matte primer, and y'all, I wanted to try this because if you know, you know, the Power Grip primer from e.l.f. period is that girl. Jelly Pop primer is also that girl. But this one, I was like, Power Grip matte? Wait a minute. And no tea, no shade, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the girlies are going back matte. What do you think? Y'all let me know in the comments. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in like my under eyes and on my chin. I probably need to do just a tinge on my forehead. Y'all, I've been eating wild, so like my skin is breaking out. I got a pimple on my forehead, just breakouts everywhere, but neither here nor there. So I'm just like gently blending this out. Now I'm not gonna hold you, this reminds me of the One Size primers. I don't want to say oil sucker, because the oil sucker like really sucks it out and your face feel like concrete, which sometimes you need that kind of coverage. But this is like the perfect little blur, but also gives you a little mattify look. Like, y'all see? Now before we get into doing our makeup, you know, I always start with my brows. And a product that I've been using lately is the Raw Essence Brow Gel that I've been seeing all over TikTok shop. I'm pretty sure it's black owned, woman owned. And her brows be laid, I'm not gonna lie. And I love me a brow gel. I wear brow gel probably every day. Like, every day. The thing with this one though, you have to make sure your brows are clean. And so that means like clean of skincare too. So I'm just going in with a paper towel and just brushing over my brows, because this one just don't really work as well if you got stuff on your brows. And she say that. So I'm gonna listen to the instructions so I get the best payoff as possible. So yeah, I just kind of clean up my brows with a paper towel. And then I go in with a spoolie and apply the product. Another thing, if you do get this, it does have a hole in the center, because the hole is supposed to be for you to put your spoolie in to pick up product. So I just kind of pick up product on the brush, and I brush backwards first, and then I brush in the direction I want the hair to go. I have a lot of product on here, so I'm gonna just spread it to the other eyebrow. And this is like a hard wax. Like, brows are not going anywhere. Alright, so this is how my brows look with the brow wax. Like, the young folks say this the applause. Clock it. So this is what the brows looks like. Very much laid, very much not moving. You do not have to go OD with the product, because if you use like way too much, like the product buildup will show. But that's only if you just have like product sitting on top of your brow hairs. If you brush it through, Your brows gonna stay all day, no flaking. All right, now I like to go in and fill my brows in with a brow pen. Okay, I know we looking a little thick and a little crazy, but we're gonna carve out the brows with some concealer. And my fam over at NARS sent me a whole bunch of NARS products, including the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is in Amande, which is medium deep 3, and I feel like this shade is gonna be closer to my skin tone, so I can use this on top of my brows, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade Caramel and carve out under my brows. Okay, I know the brows look a little bit blocky, but I promise it's gonna come together at the end. So I also like to go ahead and do like my eye look before I get into the base. And I think I'm just gonna do my normal like eyeshadow look. I am gonna apply a little bit more of this Amande concealer from NARS on my lids just to kind of give me that prepped and primed base. And then we're gonna go in with some eyeshadow. Nothing crazy. I think I want to use my Danessa Myricks Groundworks palette, and I'm just going to use these neutrals to create a neutral cut crease. Now normally I go straight in with lashes because I am a lash girly, but we're gonna try some mascara today. So I also got a mascara from NARS. This is the Dramatic Volumizing Mascara. It's called Climax, and this is in the shade Explicit Black. We're gonna try this out for mascara today. This is the packaging, very cute. Okay, I feel like this mascara wand gives me like boar bristle brush, but in a good way. Like I feel like it's literally separating all of my lashes, which gives you more of that volumizing effect. And I do think, of course, I would need more than one layer to make it really look more dynamic, but I don't know, y'all tell me. I'm not a mascara girly, so we trying it out. Now for the base, like I said, Lawless sent me some products, and one of which is the Forget the Filler foundation. This is the Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. This is in the shade 20T. This is definitely not my perfect match just off of swatching it. I received 3 different shades, but I do think this is going to be the closest one. Let me show y'all what it looks like. That is the shade. And then I'm just gonna take this Lawless foundation brush and blend it out. As you can see, the shade is a little warm for me. I usually like a neutral foundation, but we're gonna see. Okay, as I'm blending it out, it actually looks pretty good on the skin. What y'all think? It gives match. It does. It gives match. Like I said, I prefer a little bit more of a neutral undertone, but I'm not mad at it. For concealer, I did get the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Amande, and I'm just gonna use this for like the outer areas because again, Amande is closer to my skin tone. So that's going to be more of my neutral concealer, and then I'm going to go in with Caramel like directly under the eye to brighten. And while I let that concealer get tacky, I'm just going to go in with my good old faithful, which is the Danessa Myricks Blurring Bond Powder. I have it in the shade 9, and I like to use this to kind of sculpt my face. I did go to Jamaica for like a belated birthday trip, and I got 10. So this bronzer is actually looking more closer to skin tone than it was previously, but it's fine. We're gonna brighten up the under eye, and then you'll still see kind of like that sculpted look. I'm also gonna take this and slightly chisel the nose. This brush is from Flower Beauty. I love using blurring balm powder like a shade or two deeper than my normal tone for chiseling, because it just gives like a natural blurred look and it doesn't look as harsh as how I used to be looking when I would be using like contour sticks and stuff like that, because I'm a heavy-handed girly. But this one, she gives me a little bit of forgiveness. Okay, I feel like everything is just melting in and blending, so I'm loving this Lawless and NARS base combo. Is giving. Now I did want to go in with the caramel concealer. This is the pot concealer from NARS, and I'm just gonna apply some of this under my eye. And this is my Danessa Myricks, I think this is the Yummy Face 3.0 brush. I'm just gonna apply this under my eye, but closer towards my nose. Alright, so this is what the base is looking like before we set. To set, I've been setting with like a pressed powder first before loose powder. And this is the Lawless Perfecting Powder. And this is like a brightening powder. And the shade is Marigold. This does come with a puff underneath, so we're just going to use that. And I like to just swirl the puff in there, dap off some of the excess, and then kind of just go in under the eye like that. That look a little splotchy, but we gonna see. I normally use like a triangle puff to do this. Let me try a triangle puff. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my triangle puff and see. This is very bright. I wasn't expecting it to be that bright. This does look a little blotchy on me. It could be my application process or just because I'm using a different product than I'm normally used to. But normally, like, when I do this, it looks a little bit smoother. So I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna use Rich Medium Dark in the Bouncicle Bouscle Silk. I don't know how you say it, babes, but this is from One Size, the Rich Medium Dark. I'm gonna use some of this to set the bottom portion of my face. You see that? That's what I was expecting under the eye. Now this is a finishing powder, so there's that, but I am gonna go in with some loose powder under the eye, but I'm gonna go ahead and dust some of this off first. It don't look as, it look a little stark and a little blotchy. We're gonna take the One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. I'm just gonna spray this in hopes that it kind of like activates this powder and we can blend this out, and then we'll set with a loose powder on top. And then while that's still damp, I'm just gonna go in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the foundation brush I used and just kind of pounce on top. That's always something you can do to like smooth out your foundation or make everything blend in. You see how we're back to square one? You can always do that to kind of try and autocorrect. All right, so I'm gonna actually go in with a different powder under my eye. I've been using the Maybelline Superstay. This is the powder foundation in the shade 332. This is for like a glam under eye look. Like not no natural makeup look. This is gonna give you glam. And this one is stark too, don't get me wrong. However, I just feel like it blurs under the eye. You see that? I mean, this look a little blotchy too. It don't look as blotchy, but I don't know. Normally it'd be looking real butter smooth. I don't know, I feel like my skin look a little texturized. We gotta trust the process. So I'm just gonna do what I normally do to set, which includes using this powder foundation. And then I like to go in with my bronzer and go ahead and bronze while this is baking or setting, I guess you could say. So that's what we're looking like. For bronzer, I've been using this Turn Up the Base Powder Foundation. This is in Deep 1 Neutral. I've just been using this, and I feel like powder foundations give a little bit more coverage. So sometimes I like to use them in different ways, rather that be as bronzer, as like a setting powder, or what have you. So just applying this to kind of fade into that setting powder. And I'm actually gonna bring this down lower on my forehead to try and disguise this big knot I got on my forehead. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my powders are not layering on top of the skin as flawlessly as they normally do. I feel like my skin looks a little bit more texturized, but I could just be being OD particular, and it's not that deep. Gonna go back in with this Flower Beauty brush with the other side and just set the nose, contour, bronze, like that. I did get this blush from NARS as well in Taj Mahal. It's a beautiful orange shade. I'm going to take a little bit of this and add it to my cheeks. This one definitely has that shimmer in it as well, so it can kind of double as a highlight. Not going to do too much. And just going back in with the foundation brush and just kind of tapping over all of these harsh edges. And then we're gonna go back in with the powder melt spray because I need this to come together because I feel like I'm looking a little blotchy. That's the thing I love about that setting spray. I feel like it just melts everything together, brings it back to life, because I definitely feel like my face now looks more on the flawless tip than the blotchy tip. I do feel like I can see my texture, almost like a grainy filter or a sharpened filter on my face. I don't know if y'all could tell on camera, but I do feel like you can see the texture in my skin a little bit more. But I'm not mad at it. Now, the test of the day is gonna be the Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. Yes, Danessa. I already know this is gonna eat, but this is a mattifying setting spray. And it's a
shake well, prime the sprayer before use. Use the long for blurred look to make up the set smooth. Hold the bottle 10 to 12 inches. Press the nozzle entirely. Spray into a tear or let dry for 2-3 minutes.
So we're gonna shake her up. We're gonna prep the nozzle, okay? And then we gonna, I don't think that was a T or a O, but we sprayed. Now we're gonna let her dry. While this is drying, I'm gonna go back in with that mascara. I'm gonna try, keyword try, to do some lower lash action. That's all I'm gonna do before I mess something up. Now, I will say with looking, okay, the skin is giving blur. The skin is giving blur. Onto lips so we can wrap up this look. I got some lip liners from L'Oreal. This is the Color Rich Worth It Intense Anti-Feathering Lip Liner, and this is in the shade 570. Okay, I like the lip liner. I like the color, and it glided on very smooth. Now for the lip color, oh dang y'all, I forgot about the blush tint. Okay, but it says buildable stain for lips and cheeks. So we're gonna try this e.l.f. Sheer For It blush tint in Pink Positive. I'm just gonna do a little bit because I don't want my lip stain too crazy. Okay, it definitely gives that pinky hue. Nothing too crazy. Lawless did send me their Love Shack Fancy collaboration. This is the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss in Happy Thoughts. So let's see what shade this is. Ooh. She's like almost like a lavendery light pink. Ooh, it's shimmer. Oh my goodness. This does not match the look. But my eyelids kind of got a orange hue to it. Dang, let me try and zhuzh it up. Hold on. I'm gonna take some of my bronzer and see if I can tone down the oranginess of my transition shade. Okay, yeah, that tones it down. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. This is what the makeup look looks like. Like I said, I do feel like my face is giving a little bit more texture than I normally am used to and what I like. However, I think it's due to the way that I set the cream products or liquid products, as well as the cream concealer under the eye. I haven't done that in a long time because I know those fuller coverage concealers are a little bit more prone to building up in those creases. So I probably could have tweaked my application technique to, you know, get it to not look bad, but I'm sure y'all gonna be like,
girl, it looks fine.
As far as the setting spray, Danessa, she's blurred. She is. I like her. I do. I like her. Foundation, Lawless. I like her. There's so many different products I tried today and so many new products that I want to try out. So comment below which products you want to see me try next. And y'all, the hair is giving. Okay, if you're interested in details on the hair, make sure you check out this video right here where I show you guys how I installed this curly hair. Alright y'all, this is the finished look. Now I know we didn't chit chat that much because baby, once I started getting into these products, I had to focus. But small life updates I guess I could share with you guys. My 30th birthday has passed. Your girl is 30. Excuse me, she's a grown woman. I do whatever I want, okay? She's a grown woman. She just got back from Jamaica because she went to Jamaica for her 30th birthday. You know, your girl is back working, so that has been in transition all in itself. And then shout out to my editor because she's been coming through clutch so I could be consistent on YouTube. So if y'all been liking the video edits and the consistency, please comment down below, because I need to know that y'all seeing the efforts that's being put in, okay? But y'all also let me know what other videos you guys want to see next. Are y'all interested in beginner videos or just trying new products, product reviews, all the things? Y'all let me know so I can make more videos that you guys want to see. As always, be kind, be true, and be you to full. Bye!
It's